welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make some delicious conchas. It's basically Mexican sweet bread rolls. So in case you guys want to know how to make this delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for this recipe we're going to need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and make sure that it's at room temperature, 1 egg at room temperature, 1 tablespoon of Mexican vanilla blend, 1 tablespoon of anise extract, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, and 1 cup of evaporated milk. And for our vanilla topping, we're going to need 3/4 of a cup of flour, 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and make sure it's at room temperature, 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, and 1 tablespoon of Mexican vanilla blend. For your chocolate topping, you're going to need 3/4 cups of flour, 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, a half a cup of powdered sugar, and 2 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa. And you're also going to need extra butter for greasing. So these are ingredients. Now let's get started. All right, so first we're going to start by melting our butter. So I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about 25 seconds. Alright, so once our butter is melted, we're going to warm up our evaporated milk. So next we're going to warm up our evaporated milk in the microwave for 30 to 45 seconds until milk reaches a temperature of 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So next we're going to lightly beat our egg. Okay, so once we have that ready, we can start mixing all of our ingredients. Alright, so for this part, you can use a big bowl or you can use your clean countertops. I'm going to use my clean countertop. So I'm just going to dump my flour. I'm gonna form a volcano. And I'm going to add my sugar. Mix it around. We're going to add our cinnamon. Our 1 tablespoon of yeast. And I'll mix it all together. Next we're going to add our egg and just keep mixing. Then our butter. Just mix it. And then our vanilla. And then our anise. And then we're going to start adding our evaporated milk. Like I said, you can put it all in a bowl, but for me it's easier to do it here because we're going to knead it. And just make sure you get all your flour. So just make sure you add all of your milk and now just start kneading. So we're just going to knead our dough for about 5 to 8 minutes or just until our dough is no longer sticking to our countertops. And I have my oven preheating at 325 degrees just because here in Arizona, I still have my AC on and we need to keep our dough in a very warm place in order for it to rise. So I'm just going to roll out my dough and sprinkle the salt. And just keep kneading. My grandma always said that when the masa echa peditos, you know, like it starts farting, that means that your dough is ready. I don't know if it's true though. What? Why are you laughing? For real, she will always say that. So every time I'm doing like playing with masa and I hear it farting, I'm like, oh, it's done. But that's amazing, huh? Through little things like that, we remember our grandma. So once it's done, we're going to add some butter. We're going to add some butter into our hands and start rubbing it on our dough. Once our dough is ready and it's nice and greased, we're going to place it in a bowl and we're going to cover it and we're going to set it on a warm place. Like I said, I have my oven preheating, so like that it helps, you know, with that area where I'm going to put my dough. It will help it rise. We want it to be double its size. So that's gonna take between 30 to 2 hours, like I said, depending on how warm your spot is. You do not want to rush this process because this process is the most important for our conchas. This is going to help our conchas be nice and fluffy and soft. So don't rush it. So once we have it ready, we're going to set it on a warm place and now just waiting. All right, so while we wait for our dough to rise, we're going to start working on our vanilla topping. So here we're going to add our 7 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to press it down. Just like that. Then we're going to add our sugar. Just mix it together. We're going to add our flour. And our 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So now we're just going to mix it all together, kind of knead it until we have a nice paste. So just be patient with this part. We have to get the right consistency. So just make sure that your ball looks something like this. You want it to be soft, but not super soft. Just where you're gonna be able to make some little balls like that and press it down without sticking to your hands. So once it's like that, you know it's ready. So now I'm just going to wrap it in a plastic so we can put it away until we start working on our shells. All right, so for the chocolate, I did exactly the same thing. You know, we mixed the butter, the flour, and our sugar. And now we're just going to add 2 tablespoons of the Hershey's cocoa. And now we're just going to do the same thing. The only difference is that this one don't have vanilla. Same thing. You'll be able to make your little balls, press it down, and it's done. So once it's nice and even, we can wrap it in our plastic as well. So here we have our topping, and now they can chill until we're ready to make our dough. All right, so after 2 hours, this is what our dough looks like. As you can see, it doubled its size. So now we can start working on our balls. So before we do that though, we're going to start prepping our sheet. So I'm going to use some of the butter and just make sure that we grease it real good. So just make sure that it's all nice and greased so that our conchas don't burn. Okay, so once that's done, we can start working on our bolitas. All right, so now we're just going to let our dough out. It's nice and rise. And now we're going to let some of the air out. Okay. So just kind of fold it like that. Okay, and then make it into a little ball. Alright, so now we're going to start working on our balls. So we're going to start making them as big as a baseball. Is that how big? Yeah, how long as it fit in your hand like that. Okay, so just keep turning them like that. Or you can use your countertop and just roll it. Just like that. Okay, and now we're going to place it on our sheet and press them down. And we're going to do it until we don't have no more dough left. Okay, so just like that. Place it on here, press it down. All right, so now that we have our balls right here, we're going to put some more butter in our hands and start greasing them again. So this is important, so like that our topping can stick. So just like that. Okay, so once we have that ready, we can start working on our topping. I'm just going to put some flour on here so that it'll stick. Now we're just going to make our little bowl. Place it in the middle. Just a little bit bigger. We want it to overlap our little bowl. So after that, I like to press it with my hands just to make it thin. So just like that. And now we're just going to place it on top of our little bowl and then press it down lightly. See, just like that. You can use your concha cutter. I got this from Amazon. You can use that or a knife. So I'll show you. Just press it down. And that's gonna give us our concha shape. Okay, so the other way, if you don't have the tortillera, don't worry, because you can do it with your hands. Just get your little ball. And if you're making sopes or gorditas, you're just going to use the palm of your hands and just rotate it like that. So see, it gives you just the perfect circle as well. Now place it on top, lightly, press it down. And if you don't have that concha cutter, you can use a knife. And just get creative, make your little shapes. Just don't go all the way down, okay? And now we're just going to repeat the process until we're done. All right, so after they're nice and covered, we're going to now cover it with plastic wrap. And we're going to let them sit for about 30 to 45 minutes. They're going to rise. So this is the second part of rising, and then after that we can put them in the oven. So you can start, like, I mean, I had my oven preheating, you know, all this time at 325 degrees. All right, guys, so it's been 45 minutes and our conchas are ready to be put in the oven. As you can see, this is what I mean when you put the, I didn't do it right. When you put your covered, make sure that you go over the bowl, okay? Because otherwise this is gonna happen. So now they're ready. So like I said, I preheated my oven at 325 degrees. So now I'm going to place them in the middle rack for 20 minutes. Alright guys, so after 20 minutes, our conchas are done. So now we're just gonna let them cool down for a little bit before we eat them. But let me tell you that it smells so good. So yeah. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. But before we get into the taste test, you guys, I want to give you a quick tip. You want to check your conchas at 18 minutes. As soon as you see them turning golden brown, then that's the time you know that your conchas are done. You do not want to overcook them. Like every oven is different, you know. For me, I find that my conchas are perfect between 18 to 20 minutes. So just take a look, you know, like I said, at 18 minutes. So now we are ready to enjoy our delicious conchas. You want to do it? Okay, come.
I already opened it.
I already opened mine. Here, this one. This one. We can open this one. Okay? He wants to open. Giovanni wants to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
So what are you here for? Huh?
Because I want to.
What do you want to do?
Eat.
What do you want to do? The taste?
The taste.
Yes. So we're going to open this one. Since I already opened the other one, this is his favorite part. Ready?
I don't know.
This one.
Oh.
They're a little bit hot, but they are perfect, you guys.
The other one.
Yeah, baby, right here. You get half and half. There's a plenty of them. Okay, so you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Mmm.
Chocolate ones are my favorite. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. Super easy and delicious conchas. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. And also, if you give this recipe a try, please don't forget to tag me on all my social medias. And also, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta.